I'm very excited for this match. I don't know what to expect, but I think it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah, True has just such an interesting style too. It's so aggressive and multitask oriented. Really a treat to watch, and I'm really looking forward to this match. And spawning in at the bottom right position of Frozen Temple, it is the Zerg player representing Storm Gaming. Give it up for True.
Ooh.
Little Twister.
Look at that. Same one that's on my shirt.
Oh,
and in the top left-hand corner, representing Ting, it is our yellow Protoss player from North America. Give it up for Neeb.
Little Neeblet. Love him. So adorable.
How crazy
Such a great little guy.
Used to play Terran, you know, like how much time has actually passed by where it's like, do you remember some Terran Neeb games? Like, he's been ingrained as a Protoss in my head, like at this point.
I remember he used to play a lot of games against Minigun on ladder. He played some against Kane when Kane would stream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was an impressive player. He was doing a lot of things really well. But it wasn't until Protoss that he really found his groove. And right off the bat, we see a Nexus first into Gateway on the low ground. So really pushing that greed to the limit in game one. I like that.
You know, might as well just go straight for it.
Yeah, and we are going to see both players worker scouting. Interesting. True actually sending it back home upon seeing Neeb's probe.
Okay. So
he's
just
going to be
sends it over to the third. Yeah.
Yeah, going to be grabbing a very quick third hatchery. Going to cut his queen production a little bit when the spawning pool does pop, but going to allow him to get that larva production anyways, so it's really no big deal.
And I mean, the fact that it is going to be a Nexus first, not bad for True, actually, you know, not to lose all that mining time from the drone, and then able to get this really early hatchery out, so the only thing better for him would have most likely have been a 3 hatch before a pool, but how could he have really known that it was indeed going to be this kind of style coming out of Neeb? So
now I really like the way that Neeb is playing this out. He's gone for Nexus first into 2 gate, and it's going to allow him to put on, if he so chooses, some adept pressure. Potentially, he can do whatever he wants after this, but it allows you to do so much to start things off. Wow, it's actually going to be an adept and a stalker. And talking about that versatility, that's probably one of the most versatile openings you have right there.
Yeah, not only does it allow you to still get the scouting information that you would like, but you still can go and deny scouting of your opponent too. So with True not going to be going for that overload speed, the stalker going to be very important here. But I don't think it's actually going to deny it here.
It's going to be pretty close. True is going to see the Twilight Council, but yeah, it's actually hard to say. I think he should be able to get away right there, but Neeb can send a stalker around to the other side, and potentially, if True doesn't turn that around very quickly, he's going to lose that.
Yep.
Oh, but he doesn't see it.
Oh, he wants to be super safe here, but he knows that the lings of True are here on the other side, so he could do it if he wanted to, but he's not going to.
And on the other side of the map, looks like he picked off 2 lings and is going to get that adept. Not necessarily. Oh man, this is going to be really close actually. Will the lings be able to get us around? Ooh. No, the adept is going to be able to shade back. Will it get home? Does just barely get home. Nicely plotted out from Neeb right there.
Yeah, and I was wondering if he was a bit afraid of that speed finishing with the stalker.
Yes, I think that's definitely the case. He did scout what his opponent was doing. Now, Neeb is going to have actually a lot of adepts just producing from these gateways, as well as resonating glaives. So as he takes his third base, he's going to be able to put on quite a bit of pressure to his opponent, True. But True, he says, no, you don't put pressure on me. I put pressure on you. And he's actually cut workers at 41 drones, and he's going to be looking to get very aggressive.
Oh man, if Neeb can read this out, then a lot of the times you will see the Protoss player drop down a Dark Shrine here. So this is a build that's actually really, really strong against what True is doing is very strong against what Neeb is doing, and Neeb is very known for doing this too. So, man, if he actually just gets shut down, he can't hold his third and also deal with the Roachling counterattack.
Oh, Neeb's got to be so careful pushing up this ramp. Actually going to be walking into some roaches right there. Neeb... He's going to be building a Stargate behind this. Very, very interesting decision. Obviously, he's going to cancel the Adepts. No surprise there.
Oh yeah, he knows that he forces out the units already, so it's like, well, let's not throw away all of our adepts right now, but maybe later on if I can force him to go back when he plans to attack.
This is very interesting. I thought True was going to be getting aggressive, but he only built those 7 roaches defensively, and he's gone back to droning in a big way. And it really looked and felt like he was going to be getting aggressive right there.
Yeah,
but
I thought he would.
Neeb committing very heavily onto creep. The Lings are going to get us around, but they're going to get shredded pretty quickly. And Neeb going to be able to run into the base of his opponent. And whoa. I think he's going to get quite a bit of damage done right here.
Yeah, True's not reacting here.
One worker.
This is so good for Neeb. He's going to be getting so much. Well, he's only going to go for the queen for the time being. He did not get too many of the drones. But look at the follow-up out of Neeb. I thought he was going to make it for a Void Ray for the attack. But he goes into double Stargate, and he's getting +1 attack into Mass Phoenix.
Oh, he is. And he's even going to get to the 3rd base. Already denied so much mining time, and even going to get into a nice position against these Lings. Nice, even pulling back one of the Adepts on the right side. Going to try and get away right now. Even picking off a drone on the way out. Look at that! And even more Adepts coming across the map.
Oh my gosh.
This fight, though.
True cannot counterattack. He's trying to, but every time he meets some more Adepts. And then, all of a sudden, a bunch of Phoenixes are going to come out, and once you get to a mass amount of Phoenixes, with +1 especially, if you're not ready to deal with them, which True is not, he doesn't have a Hydra Den, he hasn't been mass-producing queens either, which he's usually known for, but...
Oh, even killed. Oh my god, right on top of the drones, too. The Adepts shade into the main base. And they have already done so much damage, this new set of Adepts.
Oh, this is crazy. He's pulling True all around the damn map, and 70 probes out here for Neeb, who's on a 3-base economy. Even adding a Bobo to it all. This is really good damage.
Now, the one thing I'll say is that True does have a pretty big army relative to Neeb's.
I would say so, yeah.
With these Phoenixes coming out, if he can just lift up some of the roaches, get some Adepts, and right there, pile on overcharge, I think that there's not really much True can do on the other side of the map. And
no, he needs to get his queens together.
Yes, even going to be adding on Immortals and a Forge for upgrades. Oh, getting one of the high energy queens, that's so nice for Neeb.
Oh, this is going to snowball out of control because he didn't even have Spore Crawlers ready yet. So killing all of the queens means that he's not going to have any real mobile anti-air at all.
Yeah, no, this is actually a dire situation right away for True. Does lose one of the Phoenixes, Neeb. But there's going to be basically an all-in counterattack coming out of True right now. And already the Lings being pushed away. They're not going to be able to run into the natural. He is going to try and break through that Stalker, but I think he's just going to end up getting those Lings trapped. Oh, Neeb doesn't force field, but still. He's doing so much damage on the other side of the map with those Phoenixes. Nicely done, pulling back one of the injured ones as well.
Wow.
Oh, look, True actually target fired that down though with the Spore Crawler.
Yeah.
It worked for True.
No, that's actually something very important to do. Killing low health Phoenixes. Don't let that shield regenerate. Just get rid of them because the more that they are in number, then it's just so much that you have to deal with. Even if you have Hydras out, they just get picked off so easily. So.
Yeah, and Neeb going to be taking a 4th base. Really, his economy is so ridiculously good right now. True, on the other hand, oh wow, he actually didn't have a Spore at his 4th base. Neeb could have run in there and probably gutted that whole economy if he'd seen that sooner.
Yeah, I mean, despite all of this True does remain on 69 drones somehow, some way. But remember, it is drones that he's had to remake. So, Neeb loading a bit of money here. He doesn't actually have the production just yet to keep up.
Oh, he's going to phase right on top of these Hydras. And Adepts actually shred Hydras.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, look at that. And coming in with the Phoenixes. Really nice trades for Neeb.
Keeping the Phoenixes alive again. Forcing mining off of that 4th at the same time. And he's transitioning into double Robo Storm. He's going to have a sick ground army right now. And, well, not just yet, but soon.
Even charge lots are going to be very effective against the Hydra-based army. Now, True is adding... He's going to be teching up the Lurkers, so that will help a lot against the composition that we're seeing from Neeb. But if he can keep those Phoenixes alive, that's going to provide even more utility for our Protoss player. Being able to pick up those Phoenixes... Or, sorry, those Lurkers from the Burrow position.
he's setting up for such a sick timing too. So if he's able to even see the Lurker Den transforming, or at least have the timing in his head, then this push out of Neeb is just going to be so strong, especially with the +2 upgrade. So we'll see if the Lurkers can get out in time, because it is going to get pretty tight here for True.
Yeah,
he's basically relying. That's his ace, right? Like, he needs the Lurkers.
He needs the Lurkers, and he needs the Lurkers to get a lot of very good shots against a very clumped up army. If they don't, I don't see a way that he can deal with the Mass Immortal army from Neeb. And it's not just Mass Immortal, it's Mass Immortal Charge-a-Lot Storm with Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh, and he has Oracles also to tag those Lurkers, so don't have to worry too much about them getting picked off by the Hydras.
Oh, speaking of tags, he gets every single one of those lings on the left side of the map.
And you know True loves the counterattacks, right? So
yeah. And this is a move that Neeb could have done for a long time, but he's going to do it now. Just basically a free deny on this 5th base. What he chooses to do after is up to him.
Well.
Oh, actually, his own Zealots quite a bit. But
True cannot take that yet.
Yeah, True recognizing that that's a bad idea.
Did he have a... Oh, he does have... No Baneling speed yet, but he's making 47.
48, yeah, that's a ridiculous number of Banelings. And the storms could be big. Storming on top of the eggs, actually denying so many of them.
Whoa! No!
And True gets threaded before the fight even happens.
Absolutely
what? This is
crushed there.
Actually a really small army remaining from Neeb. He's got to be so careful here, but the Phoenixes are lifting up a lot of the Hydras. But Neeb just becoming some big reinforcements. Those Charge-a-Lots need to get in the fight, though.
Wait, does he actually have Lurkers? No, he doesn't. Oh, they never ended up getting burrowed. And now the Immortal Force with the Charge-a-Lot. They don't have +2 just yet, but is it going to be too much? True spent so much money on the Banelings.
Yeah, and they did so little. They did almost nothing. And meanwhile, we have 4 more Archons warping in for Neeb, as well as continued Immortal production. Honestly, these 4 Immortals could almost end the game, just because of how much damage they can do popping out right away. I just don't see the way this can hold on. Meanwhile, there's more
and the positioning.
This is just this is checkmate. There's no way.
This is it, yeah. And like the fact that he's expanding behind it all, getting +3 at the same time. True is on his last legs, and you know what? I think they're pretty broken because everything is getting gutted here. Neeb gonna take game number 1. Hot damn.
Hot damn, breaking some kneecaps, and Neeb goes up 1-0 in the series.
Wow.
You